I'm constantly thinking about climate change in my work as a land manager and a rancher. I don't think a day goes by that I don't think about what I can do about it, what I'm not doing about it. I grew up in the city in Washington, D.C. I spent a ton of time outside growing up. In high school, I went to apply for this really cool, outdoorsy summer camp that all the cool kids were counselors at, and they just were immediately like, no, nope, we don't like you, go away. On my drive home from that interview, I drove past this farm stand. They were hiring and I applied. That basically just unlocked this whole world of food. In college, I started managing our student farm and our greenhouse. And that's kind of when I first felt the feeling of growing food, and I was just hooked and addicted to that feeling. I moved from Colorado to Montana, and at that point I was learning about how sustainable and impactful agriculture really can be. And so I wanted to expand my work and dive into land management. The most unique thing that happens at Oxbow, I think, is that the cows never leave grass. They're born on grass and they're raised on grass their whole life. The core belief here is taking care of the soil, and that's kind of the foundation for everything else. If you have good soil, you'll have healthy plants. If you have healthy plants, you'll have healthy cows. The taste of food that's produced this way, it's like a whole another level of delicious. The idea here is to kind of manage our cows in a way that mimics the way that the bison moved across the prairies all those years ago. A large group of bison would stay in one place, fertilize that one area, eat the grass, and then move on, and they wouldn't come back until that grass had sufficient rest and sufficient regrowth. So our grasslands were co-evolved with bison herds. The biggest connection between climate and regenerative agriculture is the management of these really important ecosystems. We are trying to create habitat for wildlife, and we actively monitor that and make sure we're increasing native grasses. Everybody benefits from taking care of these ecosystems. I think one of the most radical things you could do if you care about the environment is to buy local food and figure out who in your area is growing what. I definitely think the consumer has a lot of power to create change just by supporting a local farmer or rancher. I feel pretty empowered through my work in agriculture. My days really have meaning and are fulfilled by this work that I care so deeply about. And I see others understanding the implications of what we're doing and how important it can be for a resilient future.